This is Matt Russell from the FX Power Course, and welcome to the Daily FX walkthrough.
So here are the four pairs that I will be discussing this evening: the Euro Pound, the Aussie Kiwi, the Pound Swiss, and the Euro Swiss. So let's go ahead and pull up the charts. The first chart is the Euro Pound, and this is the simple support line that I've been mentioning for the past several reports. We can see a clear break beneath that support line, and the market's failure to close back above the support line, leaving behind a couple of long wicks. Now, as I mentioned during yesterday's report, I like the short trade here, placing a stop above the high of this candle with the long wick, which is about the 88.70 area. So yesterday we had or 2 days ago we had a sharp decline and then a rebound now near the 87.43 area. So moving forward here, I still like the same trade idea. If you're still in the trade, if you're in the trade from the original setup, I would continue to stay in the trade. And if you're looking for a new short trade here, again, I would ideally like to see prices get up near that, just beneath that 88 figure, and again place our stop just above that 88.70 area. It is a little bit of risk in terms of 70 to 80 pips is a lot of risk for Euro Pound, but again, the downside is a couple of hundred pips, so that's a favorable risk to reward ratio. The next chart is the Aussie Kiwi, and as I mentioned during yesterday's report, I mentioned that we might want to take profits at about the 125 area. Prices actually did dip down they just kissed beneath. I think it was 24.98 was the low print on this candle right here, and then they rebounded a little bit, but moving forward now, I actually missed the cover near that 125 figure. I'm still in the trade now, but I'm looking to see a test near that 125 figure again, where I will look to exit the entirety of that short trade. And moving forward now, if you don't have any position, or even if you do have a small short position, I might look to flip the position, which means to go from short to long, again on the next test of that longer term support line. And let me zoom out here and give you a good view of that support line here. So that's what I would do over the next 24 to 48 hours, wait for another test there, look to cover the entirety of the position, and then actually look to flip and get long the pair. And again, what we would do is wait for prices to come down to the support line, look to enter at the support line, and then place a stop maybe 50 to 75 pips beneath the support line. The next chart is the Pound Swiss, and this was the trade idea that I mentioned yesterday, a short short trade based on the double top formation near that 74.80 area, and we can see that prices did test that resistance line, and then there has been a sharp sell-off. So I really, now the confidence is much higher in this double top formation. So moving forward, again, I like that 74.80 area, and again, the way I set up every trade is where I'm going to place my stop. So right now my stop would be located maybe a couple pips above that 74.80 area. So it really depends on your individual risk parameters where you want to enter this trade. Hopefully yesterday you got an entry during yesterday's report which was close to that 74 figure, but again, I didn't have very high confidence in the trade idea, but certainly that has changed now, so we can forsake a couple of pips in terms of feeling a little more confident in the trade idea. So that's what I would recommend over the next 24 to 48 hours. To repeat, look for prices to get near maybe that 74 figure, maybe even just a little bit beneath it, and place our stop above that 74.60 high. The next chart is the Euro Swiss, and not much has changed here. It's been pretty slow in this pair. Again, still just waiting for prices to come down and test the longer term resistance line right now, with prices at about 51.20, and this resistance line now is located beneath the 153 figure at about 52.60, 52.70 area. So that's the price level we should keep on the radar screen over the next 24 to 48 hours, and certainly into the beginning of next week. Again, my name is Matt Russell. I'm an FX Power Course instructor here at FX